What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through my supplement stack. So pretty much what supplements I'm using on a daily basis to complement my training and nutrition, to pretty much put the cherry on top for those two things and get the overall best results I possibly can by hitting my macros and ensuring that I'm as ready for my workouts as possible and I'm recovering as well. So hopefully by the end of this video, you guys can also take something away from this and maybe even use some of the supplements I'm showing you today in your fitness regimen, and we can all get some good results in the gym. So the first thing we're going to be looking at today is protein powder. So this one's fairly stock standard. I'm sure many of you guys currently watching are using protein powder, and in my opinion, out of all the supplements I'm going to show you today, this one is the most useful and the most important to have. So the reason for that is, in a nutshell, a lot of times people aren't having enough protein in their diet, so a quick convenient source like this in powder form is optimal. Especially after the gym, I take this protein powder. This is the Rule 1 frozen banana flavor. I have it after the gym pretty much every time. So what I pretty much have it ready to go in my shaker, quickly mix it up and drink it. And that the thinking behind that is it's for recovery. So after you work out, obviously your muscles are broken down, so you have to repair them. And a protein shake, especially whey protein isolate, is perfect after a workout because it's fast absorbing. So I definitely recommend protein powder for recovery, and it's also great for like the morning or before bed, just so you're constantly got protein in your system, because when you're working hard in the gym, you will definitely need a good amount of protein. So the next thing we're gonna be looking at is very similar to the protein powder. It is protein custard. So this I use for myself to limit calories. Oftentimes you get, sweet cravings and you want to have something sweet. Maybe after you've finished eating your main meal, you want a dessert or something. So I take this, and this is very useful actually. It's very nice, and it's also very high in protein, obviously, which is great. So before bed, something like that is a perfect alternative. And obviously it's still the main sort of ingredient is obviously the protein part of it, which is the same concept as the protein powder I showed you before. But this one's probably a bit more for those who are trying to limit their calories. I'd highly recommend using this Custard casein protein. So the next thing I take is pre-workout. So this one, the one I'm using currently, it's the Inspired pre-workout. It's pretty strong. It's got 375 milligrams of caffeine per scoop, and a lot of other active ingredients which basically help with your endurance in the gym and your pumps. It's very, very good tool in my opinion, especially if you've been lifting for a while. You want to up your workouts and the quality of them. You will be able to go for longer, and you will lift at a higher intensity, which is going to be obviously optimal for your workouts, and you'll get better results because of it. So not only the motivation factor with taking pre-workout, but it's also the actual, when you're in the gym, it does help a lot. Like, it's a very good tool to use. And like I said, if you want to go for a stronger one, it's great. If not, you can also take more moderate pre-workouts like C4. This one's got barely as much caffeine as that one. It's still going to give you a good kick especially if you're new to the gym or you're pretty sensitive to stimulants. Something like this will go a long way for you, and it will just give you that boost that you probably need, especially if it's been a long day at work or something. I would highly recommend taking pre-workout. All right, next we have Fat Burner. So this one here is the EHP Labs Oxy Shred. It's one of my favorites out there, and the reason for that is there's a comprehensive ingredients list which help with the thermogenic process. So basically when you take this, your body will heat up and sweat more, so help you lose water weight. There's a good stimulant base in here as well, 150 milligrams of caffeine per scoop, as well as the fact that some of the ingredients here will help boost your metabolism. So when you combine all those three things, the purpose of a fat burner is achieved. So it's very good if you're trying to lose fat or you're cutting, whatever it might be. I use this often before I do cardio, so I do fasted cardio a lot in the morning on an empty stomach, and I'll have a scoop of this, and for the three aspects I mentioned before, it works perfectly for me. So I'd highly recommend a fat burner. I will say though, I don't have a fat burner every day. It's something I use more infrequently. And as well, if you are using pre-workout, you want to be careful that you don't have both of these in the same time or in close succession, because there's a lot of caffeine in both drinks, so you want to be very careful how much caffeine you're having. But if you watch that, you can use this tool to your advantage, and I'd highly recommend a fat burner. Finally guys, we have creatine. So just before I start this one, if you haven't already checked out the video I made solely on creatine where I gave a complete rundown of the supplement, check it out up here. However, in short, creatine is something that I use every so often. I don't use it all the time. I used to use it pretty much all the time, but now it's a little bit less frequently. But it's a great tool because creatine, you obviously oftentimes don't get enough in your diet. So using this creatine supplement is very, very optimal. And basically you'll be able to work harder in the gym, and you will be able to put on weight a little bit quicker because your body will store more water and draw water into the muscles. So creatine is a very good tool for you guys to use, and something that I still use in my supplement stack, and I'd highly recommend. Alrighty guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, I'd appreciate if you like the video, comment down below, smash that subscribe button. If you have any questions about any of the supplements I spoke about today, reach out to me and I'll help you out. But until next time, I'll see you in the next one, and until then, make it happen.